Today's session, we're going to talk about the 14 ways to respond to a credit bureau. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time going in detail on these 14 ways. I am going to go over the 14 ways, but I'm also going to give you the PDF version of this. So every single time a letter comes back from the credit bureaus, when a letter comes back from the credit bureaus or a creditor, there's a certain way you can respond. All right, now I'm not saying that you should use this exactly. All I'm saying is that when I was running a credit repair business and when I was obsessed with credit restoration, here's what I learned. Like, these are the things that I learned. And this is how I responded to the credit bureaus. And when I did respond to the credit bureaus, I tend to get some results. Now, this is just experience. So are you guys ready for me to go over the 14 ways on how to respond to the credit bureaus? Type in the chat for me. Type in chat, type in the chat, type in the chat. A lot of you guys asked for this in the group. So many people asked for this in the dispute letter group. Over 200 people asked for this one guide. And I decided not to give it to anyone, and I reserved it only for the VIP level. So I'm going to go over to you right now. All right, cool. Yes, 14 ways to respond. So listen, after I go over this, I'm going to bring back all of the attendees. I'm going to bring back all of the attendees, and we're going to have our panel discussion. And so get your questions ready. Get your questions ready, because I'm going to try to get everybody back, and we're going to have our panel discussions. All right. All right. So let me go ahead and pull up this guide really quick. All right. So we're going to go in order. We're going to go in order. Okay. Because I'm going to explain to you each one. And let me share my screen right now. All right. All right, here we go. So let's go in order. All right, so the first thing that we do is when the credit bureaus do not respond. Now, when they don't respond to your initial letter, this could be for various reasons. It could be because they did not get your letter got lost in the mail, or they just did not complete their investigation. Now, these are the reasons why the credit bureau did not respond. Now, how do you respond if they don't respond? Meaning you sent the letter out to the credit bureaus and they didn't respond to you. Well, you simply write a letter to the credit bureaus and remind them of the law and that they have 30 days to investigate or remove the inaccurate information. Very simple. That is the first one. Let's move on to the second one. Second, you may get your customer may get a letter in the mail after you send out the first initial dispute letter. Your customer may get a response back from the credit bureau in the mail stating that the investigation started. Now, the bureaus like to stall to buy them more time by sending this type of letter. Now, I'm not sure why they would send this letter, but it's actually not needed from the bureaus. They're just letting you know that they're starting their investigation. Well, why are you letting me know that you're starting your investigation? I don't want to know that, right? So here's your response. You don't really need to respond to this letter at all, because the bureau will still complete their investigation within 30 days. This letter has no bearing on the 30-day rule. So you really don't need to respond. So when you get this type of letter, don't panic, okay? Step 3, your disputes was forwarded to the bureaus. Huh? What do you mean my disputes was forwarded to the bureaus? You see, this is another stall tactic from the bureaus. I'm not sure why the bureaus are telling us this, but maybe it's required by law that they may be telling us this. I don't know. But you may get this from time to time, right? No, here's your response. You don't have to respond because the bureaus still have 30 days as their deadline to investigate and send you the results. Number 4, your investigation is complete. Now, this means that the bureaus just completed their investigation and the results are verified. You see, Nine times out of 10, when your customer gets an updated letter like this, that your investigation is complete,